Hi, it's Alan here today. I'm just going to throw out a quick video for you, giving you some of the best exercises using your own body weight to tone up your midsection, hitting it from all angles and making sure that you can get some definition in there, ready to take your top off and show a bit of flesh this summer and feel good about it. So, why do we need to hit the abdominals from every angle? Well, it's quite important really, because you've got quite a few muscles around the midsection and people generally only work one plane of movement, i.e. sit-ups or ab curls. Generally they're missing out on hitting the other muscles that are going to give you an overall more toned and defined physique. So I'm going to take care of that for you today. Very simply, a couple of repetitions of each exercise, give you some ideas, run it as a circuit, take what you need from it, get some ideas, get some inspiration, and hopefully get some good results. I'd love to know how you find it, so please drop a comment back or fire an email back to me, whatever you want. Just let me know how you're getting on with it. Of course, if you get any questions, I'm on the email click away too. So let's begin. First exercise, you should be familiar with the plank. So I'm going to begin from a full plank position. Of course, making sure that the hips are in good alignment, midsection's engaged. And to begin with, I'm just going to hold and set my foundation. So if you're a bit of a planker already, and you want to make it a bit more challenging, we can bring in some simple adjustments such as a reach. So from here, I can reach overhead, and that's going to make it a bit more challenging. But you can see there, I don't want to allow my hips to move around too much. I'm really locking in that midsection, getting those arms moving. And I can either count a few repetitions or just go for time, okay, whatever's easiest for you. If I want to mix it up a bit further, I might decide to reach out to the sides. I can go for some shoulder touches. That'll make it a bit more challenging, or if I want, I can touch my hips also, okay? So some great simple adjustments there to make the exercise a bit more enjoyable and a bit more interesting. If you find you get quite wobbly, take your feet a little bit wider, and that's going to make it more challenging for you as well. Next up, I'm going to go into the kneeling canoes. So it's a great exercise I like to use with my clients. I'm going to begin that position with my hands in James Bond, just as so. From there, I'm going to reach overhead, stretching out the abdominals, and then bring the hands down with a kind of canoeing or wood chopping type movement either side of the hips. Okay, so should look a bit like this. As I rotate through, make sure I can feel it work in the whole midsection. Okay, so like I say, if you want to imagine you're on the river, canoeing through, down the River Ganges, pulling your paddle through, really working into that midsection. Okay, so that's second exercise. Number 3, we're going to go into a back laying position. So making sure the lower back stays in contact with the floor, knees at 90 degrees. And I'm just going to go for a single leg reverse crunch to begin with. Okay, so you can see there, knee stays around 90 degrees bent. If I want to make it harder, of course I can take it to a straight leg position, or I can go for a double leg reverse crunch. Okay, so as I go down, I'm going to lengthen and stretch. As I pull back, I want to feel a nice contraction. I'm trying to pull the rib cage and the pelvis closer together. Okay, so again, tempo we can play around with, the amount of repetitions, it's all going to determine how hard you're working on there today. Okay, next up, from the same position, I'm going to go for legs side to side. So again, keeping the knees at 90 degrees, hands flat, shoulders flat. I'm just going to drop the legs out to one side, pull back using the midsection, and then just gently take them out to the other side, and again pulling back. Okay, so I'm not just simply throwing my legs side to side for the fun of it. It's a nice controlled movement, a little bit of a stretch as I go down and pull back. Okay, so I generally aim to do 6 or 8 per side at least, making sure that we've got the pulls in there and that we breathe out and engage the midsection as we pull back to the start each time. Okay, and again, for anyone that finds it too easy, do it with straight legs. It's a very big jump from the knees bent to the straight legs though, so watch out for that. Last 2 exercises, first one's the ab curls. So again, we're staying on the floor, lower back in contact with the floor, hands on the thighs and just reaching for the knees, purely working just the abdominals, okay? For those of you that really want to take the hip flexors out of the equation, put the soles of the feet together and we just work from there. So a very simple exercise. If I want to make it more challenging, I can put my hands across my chest as so, or I can lightly support the head and the neck from that position. Okay, so that goes for anyone that feels like they're straining the neck. Support your head, do not pull on it. Again, really squeezing the rib cage and the pelvis closer together at the top of the movement. Okay, last exercise, nice and simple. Up onto your feet, wide stance, hands in that position, elbow towards the knee, and then back. Okay, so a little bit of a stretch in between. Try and open up through the front line of the body and contract as we come down. So I'll just demonstrate from the side quickly. From there, open, down, open, and down. Okay. Of course, if you can't reach your knee, don't worry about it too much. Work to your own level, and obviously flexibility dictates where you're at today. All right, that's all, folks. Like I say, run them as a circuit, try them on their own, add some weight in, play around tempos. Ultimately, have fun. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.